Okay, hey everybody, this is Grace, and I'm on day 2 of return to work. Yesterday I came out and I only did one, just a whole whopping one order. And that was because, I'm going to do this right here. Okay, and that's because it was round 2, I guess, when I went out there. One something, and that was in Murphy. This is Allen, and Texas, in case you're wondering. But it was not busy time, of course, and it's Sunday. Sundays were always in the past busy for me, no matter what time. And sometimes after 2 was busy for me too. So I don't know. You know, I did a 2023, 2024. I just did my taxes, did my taxes, but I did the little tax form earlier today to try to find it on Uber Eats. The other ones didn't have it, but you know, there's a way you can go and get something that they, you know, if you don't make enough money to get 1 cent to you, you can go and find this other thing. I don't even know what that other thing is, but it's 3 pages. I used it last year for my taxes. But it says how many miles that they have for you and how much money they say you earned. You know, with whatever kind of things they have that they get put on or took off, whatever. Yeah, I did that, and to get ready. But I was surprised how little I made last year, but yet at the same time not, because, you know, had all this health problems, which is why I'm doing it in the first place, is to get the Affordable Care Act. They said I had to work in order to get the health insurance. So that's the very short version. And it wasn't, you know, I had all those health issues. So, and then this year, today's March 24th. It's Monday, and you know, Mondays have never not been all that great for me. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, especially Wednesday, I think. But I was going to check, and then I got all involved in the tax stuff and everything. But anyway, I'm going to go here to a place called Pet Supplies, and then I'm going to try to start to get some offers in this other area out here. I know I was saying something else, and it just right out of my mind. Okay. Oh, I was going to mention that I had to get those tires. I mentioned that in that video that I need. Adam was going to go get me my tires at a Costco, and he did. Michelin, 4 new tires for my SUV, and the total was $1,005.56. Guaranteed. It's warranted, I guess you call it, for 80,000 miles. My SUV has 20,826 miles on it. What were those other ones? You know, the other tires I had before this, because I bought the car new in May of 2019, and yeah, this would be what was not at all PC, but that's what they used to be called, as little old lady cars, you know, where there's very few gas miles. They only used it to get back and forth to town. That's the kind of thing. Oh, my car, the SUV I had before this, was Adam and mine shared over years. We always had 2, you know, 2 autos. So it was whoever was driving whichever one at the time, and it had, was it 400,000 or 500,000 miles on it, and it was a Pathfinder, Nissan Pathfinder. Yeah. Anyway, that's enough of all that. Now I've got to go there, get that, and then we can start. Okay, so it's 4 o'clock. And I got the dog. It's the dogs. They're little, I don't even know what you call them. We just call them sticks. They're long sticks at Pet Supplies. The store is called Pet Supplies. Well, it's called Pet Supplies Plus. I'll get it right in a minute. And what they sell, I have no idea what to call them. These were, got 4 beef and got 4 chicken. The long sticks. I don't know, kind of inside of them. The outside's kind of hard. and the inside is kind of like, in a way, I don't know. I really don't know what to call them. So, but I'm going to get started. And by the way, I did not, like yesterday, I did not wear my my house shoes in there. Like yesterday, I went to the restroom first. I was going to do everything like I've done in the before to get my feet wet again when I was out in Murphy, Texas. And one of the first things I do is go to a Whataburger there, order myself something to eat, just a sandwich, burger, and go to the restroom, come out. And when I did, my shoe fell off, and it's like the only shoe that falls off like that is one of my house shoes. Yep. It was fun. I'm gonna let myself go through, like here, I'm gonna go through another get my feet wet kind of day. Back out here, see if, to remember everything, because each area has a different thing. Okay, and I'm probably going to have Uber Eats on. I know that people say that Uber Eats doesn't have, I have two. I'll have two on at least. But one of them, Uber Eats, I don't mention the other one. But people say that Uber Eats doesn't have zones. I understand why they maybe why they're saying, but yeah, it does. I'm serious. Because whenever I start off Uber Eats, it will send me a whole bunch of the ones that I would say nobody wants to take, the crap orders real fast, boom, boom, boom. And then it stops. If I drive to another area, I know as another zone, it starts all over again, boom, 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 a whole bunch of bad ones. And we're talking like I had some I mentioned last year, that were crazy, like $10, $12 for 104 miles, stuff like that. And a lot of them were 20 miles, and however much, $10 or less, say $12 or less, for 20 miles. Yeah, and that's whenever those fleet people were working. Today I'm going to be in at least two zones, and one of them is going to be where the fleet people used to sit. And I'm going to check out here first, and then go out there and see if the fleet people are here. Well, I'm not here to check them out here, but right across the street is a pizza place, and that's where I've seen them quite a bit, so I just thought of it. Anyway, we'll see. Okay, I just dropped off the one from Wendy's, and it was a small, I kind of wondered, the guy that was working in there, he was new. I do wonder if we got all the order. If he got it, not me. Because we almost, both of us. I don't read theirs usually, but I did read it and said that there was a soda, and it actually was two sodas. It's just different how they had laid it out. So, like I said, I'm getting back. My feet wet again. It's been a while. All these little things to watch for and all that. Yeah. So, okay, and about that order, I mean, I don't know if the guy did it or not. I asked him. He said, yeah. Because it was a small bag for, I think it was a really small bag for 2 burgers and 2 fries and 2, what are they? Chicken nuggets, and it was a really small bag. Yeah, it's just me just getting back into it, I guess. But anyway, I just had one of those. I pulled up, as I'm driving. I usually don't do them as I'm driving, but I was sitting in it's rush hour traffic, sitting there. So I turned it on, and 2 bad ones right away. But then there was another one that came in, and there were 2 bad ones. One of them I turned in here to check, and it went off just as I turned in, but it would have probably been a good one. Then there was one, then I was turning it off. You know how you turn off Uber Eats, and the little button right there to turn it off. Yeah, that's right where they put the one to accept an order, and that's what it did. And I barely had enough chance just to see it was going to McKinney, which is north of here. And it seemed like it said 9 miles for $7. I would never do that. but I didn't know if it was an apartment or whatever, so I just canceled it. I was at 3%, and now they're saying 20%. But I've always stayed real low. I don't cancel at whim, but that one, I learned my lesson about doing, I remember last season, last year, I took, that happened, and I was, I'll go ahead, and it took me out, you know, I mentioned in the video yesterday, took me out to the bad part, you know, it's a lot of bubbas, and it was that whole thing of the bubba almost trying to push me off the road because I wasn't going fast enough. I saw a meme yesterday. It said Texas is the only place you can, somebody will stare you down on the road that, like you're going too slow if you're going 20 miles over the speed limit, just 20 miles over the speed limit. I'm like, that is so true. It is. It's so true here in Texas. You know, if you're only going 20 miles, you know, that's illegal, right? I better say that. So, but anyway, he was trying to push me off the road, and that was the last time. And that just, it annoys me that, you know, it's like that. That button right there, and I know I've complained about it more than once, you know. I really have. You know, I have to call for whatever reason, and I say, y'all need to move that, so we don't accidentally take orders like this. You know, then they have to cancel them. But it goes against us, you know. And then there are those ones that you go and you pick up, and somebody's already picked it up, and that whole, all of that, and then it goes against us, and we don't even get the $3 we used to, $2 or $3. Anyway, I'm gonna try again. Okay, before I did that, I wanted to come out here. It's just down the road from where I was, not even a mile. And I wanted to see if I could see any of those cars that I used to call the fleet people. They would park over here. I mean, everywhere. They were everywhere. It was a four-door, what was it, sedan. There would always be sedans, gray. Usually gray. I saw some that weren't gray. But it was usually gray, old. It had obviously, each one of them had obviously been in an accident, and it was not repaired. They were often missing the right passenger side front tire, what is it called, the rim, the hubcap, and they would sit right in there without the air conditioner on. This is Texas, and they had Texas, some of them had Oklahoma license plates. We're not far from Oklahoma, and I'm north of Dallas, and they would sit there right out here, usually right where these trucks are in front of me, usually right there. And they'd wait, and as soon as, I mean, next thing you know, they were off. It was obvious what they were doing. But they weren't just here, they were also in Murphy and all this Collin County, Texas. Anywhere I went, I would see them. But I don't see them out here, and usually they were here by 5, it's 5:02 now. So, now it's my turn to try. Okay, I decided just to wrap it up. I did that one. I went to the different little areas that I used to go to see how it was. And it was pretty much as I will now remember. But I've decided what I'm going to do, when I'm going to do it. During the weekdays in a certain place, weekends in another place. And got all that figured out. But my body's still, I mean, I'm doing physical therapy. My body's still not quite ready for all of this, I think. And that's sitting in the car. A muscle atrophy on my hamstring muscles that goes all the way up to my hips. And like when I sleep either on my right side or on my left side, and they start to ache while I'm asleep. And I actually left today to go out so I wouldn't be laying down to elevate my feet, you know, with the swelling and all that, edema. So anyway, like I said, I'm getting back to work. I just did one order, and that was $4 and something, and I think it was right under 4 miles or something like that. Yeah, but that's okay. It reminded me, never do that. Never take a $4 order, because after that I kept getting $2 ones, $3 ones, Sometime I would get this, like I was saying a while ago. You know, the ones that are, like I got, after what I said, I got one that was $20. It came through more than one time because it was first trip radar and then came back as a regular one. And I think it came back once again. It was two to pick up at one place, two orders. And I think they only have one of those places up here in, well, in Allen. This is Plano. And it was taking me all the way out to, where did it go? Where was it going? Browlette, I think. And that's what they kept trying to do yesterday, which was Sunday. So take me to Browlette. That's too far. No, thank you. So I'd rather be closer to it than it's far from there than far from there and it's far from there. Okay, that was enough. Okay.